Hello, hello. We have a tornado warning out over here in Oklahoma, in southeastern Oklahoma. This is about to enter the or go over the line here of Oklahoma and Arkansas. The state line is going to be heading just south of Mena, Arkansas, near Wicks, Arkansas right now. So if you guys live in this area, I would be in your safe spots out over there. We do have an area of some rotation on our thunderstorm right now. Unfortunately, this is in a pretty big radar hole, so it's going to be kind of hard to tell just how much our storm is rotating right now. But judging by how it looks aloft, it does seem like our storm has a decent amount of inflow coming into it, and also some rotation in there as well. So if you guys live anywhere near DeQueen, north of Broken Bow, you guys need to be in your safe spots out there as the storm comes through. Do this really quick. Do a refresh. That off. Turn that on.
A severe thunderstorm warning.
New severe thunderstorm warning back over here near Cassville in Missouri. That's going to be for 1-inch hail and 50-mile-per-hour winds. If you guys live in this area, make sure that you guys are indoors and away from windows. Let's come back over down to here to our tornado warning. Do want to get some cameras. I should have some cameras, hopefully, in and around this area. Let me check over here. We also have PA Storm Trackers that is out there in Missouri. I'm not sure what their plans are at this point. They're kind of just sitting at this gas station right now, but let me come pull up our traffic cameras really quick. See if we can't get a sneak peek view into this storm. There is one south near DeQueen. And it's offline. That's not fun. All right, that's not good. There's another one maybe a little bit further up to the north. That one is offline as well. Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have any cameras in and around this storm right now. But to give us a better understanding of what is happening in the lower dynamics of this storm, but still keeping a very close eye on our storm right now. Again, areas that are in and around Broken Bow, just north of Broken Bow, need to be in their safe spots. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I typed that really fast. Let me fix that in the title. Thank you, help. Tornado warning. Supposed to say tornado. There we go. It's not even an impressive storm. I mean, it's in a strengthening shear environment, kind of. It's just hard to tell what's happening near the surface, so I can't really tell you if it's impressive or not, to be honest.
A winter storm warning has been issued for these areas.
I'm hoping we can find some sort of view near the ground. But as of right now, I am struggling to find one, but I'm going to keep looking. I'll do one more refresh here. Sorry. Just want to make sure everything is up to par. Kind of new update for Weather Circle. Should be faster warnings. Should be faster warnings now by at least 30 to 40 seconds. I was working on that after the stream. That's the only new update I have to report since the last one I updated. Yeah, latest scans here still looking at
a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for these areas.
Sure why that triggered this again. No more winter storms. Yeah, there is still some winter storms out there. All right, let me bring up the hangout here as well, so we can keep an eye if anybody is posting on Weather Circle and show you guys what they're looking at out there.
A winter storm warning has been issued for these areas.
All right. Yeah, no problem. No problem. All right. Latest radar scan just came in here. Yeah, still an area of some rotation on our storm. Looking a little bit more meager as of our latest scan, even from far away. Not looking particularly strong rotation. There still is a little couplet in there right now. I'm still keeping an eye out for. Hey, thank you, Michael Toon, for the $2. Do I think it's going to be bad in Oklahoma City? Definitely need to watch out for some storms out over there tomorrow. I don't think it's going to be bad tonight, though. We talk about Friday at some point. Yes, we are going to talk about the latest HRRR model that came out. We're going to go over that before we end the stream tonight. Will they issue a tornado watch for Arkansas? Probably not. The environment really isn't super conducive for tornadoes. There's a high likelihood that this is tornado warned because it is in a radar hole right now. We really don't have a good on the ground view of what this storm is doing. That's probably why they tornado warned it, just out of caution. But would still be in your safe spots if you live just west of Wicks, Arkansas. Let me refresh again. Sorry. Just making some last minute changes to the app. Is Bartlesville, Oklahoma, gonna be okay? Where is Bartlesville? Isn't that like up near Tulsa? No, it's Broken Arrow. There's just no cities out here. Let me check on weather-wise. Sherwood and Mount Herman. North of Tulsa. Yeah, you guys are gonna be fine for Friday or for Thursday. Friday's gonna get maybe intense over there. So I would definitely keep an eye on the forecast over there. We will be going over the latest HRRR model once that comes in. I see ships is running on this, or sails running on this. My app's not picking it up. We'll bring up weather-wise every now and then. Check the latest scan. This is our latest area of rotation right there, as of 2 minutes ago, or yeah, about 2 minutes ago. No debris signature as far as I can tell. Definitely still an area of rotation just to the west of McCurtain County Wilderness. We haven't reached the 5% tornado risk yet, and we have not. That is true. I want to check on these storms further up to the north. Oops. The heck? Yeah, none of those have any rotation. This storm mode has kind of fallen apart. This is kind of the only storm that is still maybe has some severe potential out here. Again, not really sure what's happening with this storm near the surface, but if you guys do live in around this area, I would continue to be in your safe spots. Again, it's the lowest, most interior portion of your house. As many walls between you and the outside as humanly possible, a tornado shelter, or a basement that is underground. And thank you, Maine Young, for becoming an EF1 member. Thank you so much. Thankfully, no tornado warning in Missouri. Yes. Let me see if this city even Sherwood Mount. Let me see if Sherwood is in my database. Sherwood. Yeah, thank you so much for becoming a member. By the way, guys, if you do want to donate today, I advise you to do that on Venmo or Cash App today, and probably for most of the severe weather event. Yeah, still waiting on that latest scan to come in. It should be coming in any moment here. This is the latest look. Oh, yep, just came in. Here's the latest information. It looks like our rotation is still looking pretty broad right now. Still kind of hard to tell exactly what is happening. Yeah, the storm does look a little bit less organized than how it did a little while ago. That's for sure. Then that's only looking at reflectivity. Velocities don't look as strong. There's another little area of rotation back over here that I'm keeping an eye on there. But again, gonna be hard to tell, if that's near the surface or not. We have seen some upper level rotations with some of our storms today, so not super surprising to see this as the storm moves into a radar hole. But just because we don't have any radars out in this area, it's going to be a little bit harder to tell what this storm is exactly doing. Did that Kentucky warn storm? Kentucky warn storm? Oh, you mean the one north of Kentucky? Probably not. Not a whole lot of rotation in that storm right now. But there is a hail threat with it. A 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. Potentially some new information here on this tornado warning. Interesting. Radar indicated. Okay. I don't know why the radar indicated is yellow. I should make that red to make it less confusing. Is there not a Sherwood, Oklahoma? There's definitely a Sherwood, Oklahoma. Okay, so I don't have Sherwood, Oklahoma in the database. That's why. Oh, our tornado warning was just allowed to expire. So there we go. No more tornado warning. Go to 5 out of 5. Yeah, this is our latest warning back over here for 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. That is heading toward just north of Golconda. If you guys live in this area, make sure that you are indoors and away from windows. Where is this at? The tornado warning just was allowed to expire. So it has expired.
A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for these areas.
New severe thunderstorm warning over here in Missouri. Barry and McDonald. Not that one. It's this one. Why did it go to that one? That is going to be for... Looks like they're going to be allowing that to expire. That's probably why it went over to here. 1-inch hail, 50-mile-per-hour winds near Exeter and Cassville here in Missouri. Is there anything happening in Huntsville, Arkansas? I don't know. Have you looked outside your window? I'm just kidding. Let me see. Huntsville. I didn't even know there was a Huntsville, Arkansas. That's pretty cool. Arkansas. Let's see. Yeah, there's some storms around you. No severe weather right now, but there are some storms nearby. You are under a severe thunderstorm watch, but that's about it. Also have another severe thunderstorm warning back over here, just to the north and west of Fort Worth, heading towards Chico and Alvord. Has up to 1 inch hail and 50-mile-per-hour winds. Also some heavy rain still happening over here east of Dallas. We've had some flash flood warnings and some flood reports out here that have been pretty intense. And thank you, Tasha, for subscribing. I do appreciate that. And also thank you for reminding me to turn on a subscriber only mode. Ooh. Check Poplar Bluff. I'm not gonna check Poplar Bluff just because there was a tornado warning there. All right, I mean, because there was a tornado. Sorry, last year there. That's what I meant to say. I don't know why it's doing this. It keeps going back over to this warning for some reason. You turned 20 today? Well, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Big McToast. Happy birthday to you. And many more. Are you good to go to bed? I would say. Looks like most of the storms are clearing out for you. More is barely in the 2% Sig 1 tornado risk for tomorrow. Yeah, I would still keep an eye on it. Okay. That should be fixed now. It is going to move east tonight. A lot of these storms have just been kind of training over the same area. Eventually this will kind of go off to the east, but it won't really carry the same severe weather threat. The next more eastern tornado or severe weather threat or tornado threat is probably going to be on Friday. Do I believe the tornado risk will be upgraded tomorrow? It's possible. It's possible. Let's check the latest model runs, actually, since we got some folks out here. We did get a new HRRR model run in. Let's bring this up and then bring this back first over to Texas and see what it has to say. Yeah, the HRRR. Yeah, still showing a couple of supercells firing. Let me check the surface kinematics. A decent sin on that still near those storms. A decent capping inversion right out in front of those storms. Let me check the soundings to its south.
A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for these areas.
A little bit contaminated. There's a clean sounding. Dew points are a little low. And still a sin of -83 out in front of these storms. It's really anybody's guess whether or not these will be able to mature and turn into a full-blown tornado producer, but definitely worth watching. These storms should stay east of Oklahoma City. Might get the tail end of it as we go into about 12 a.m. there. Now let's see what the HRRR has to say about Friday. Actually fires some prefrontal storms in front of our frontal boundary. Our frontal boundary is back over here, and you can see that we do have some prefrontal storms fire over there near Kansas. That's kind of new. That's interesting. We would have to watch that threat because there is going to be potentially enough instability and shear up there to support stronger tornadoes up there as well. And it does show some cells trying to fire over there into Arkansas, southeastern Oklahoma. They don't really look like mature cells, if you ask me. You see what's going on down there. Probably dealing with that capping inversion as well. Maybe some lapse rate issues. No, lapse rates are fine. Capping is fine. We got a PDS tor tag out in front of these storms. So yeah, I mean, those very well could be mature storms. They just don't look that way on this composite reflectivity. I think you blessed man for the $5. Thank you so much. Just a quick reminder, guys. 70% of your donation goes through on YouTube, but on Venmo, 100% of your donation goes to me. And same with Cash App. So consider doing that instead of the YouTube super chat. But I do still appreciate it. I do still appreciate it very much. I think Plato, Missouri is okay for tonight. It's South Central Missouri. South Central, let me see. For tonight. Yeah, I mean, we still got some more storms that are going to be making it up there. Mainly going to be a rain threat. Some of those could be severe. I'd watch out for some flooding. I really don't think you're going to get much of a tornado threat up there. This is our latest severe thunderstorm warning with 1-inch hail on it just north of Cassville, Missouri, just south of Purdy. Yeah, still ongoing there. Segment near Heath, Texas, starting to surge out. Let me check on that. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, definitely seeing this surge off to the east. This might be a cold pull surge, and yeah, we are starting to see some stronger winds in there as well. Definitely some stronger winds about to head into Poetry, Texas. This very well could get a severe thunderstorm warning on it here in just a little bit, so I'd be watching out for that potential. And I see the storms fire in central Oklahoma in the very last scan of the HRRR. Yeah, those are interesting. Let me see what the RFS, we should have the latest Rufus model in as well. Let me see what it's saying. Jeez. Yeah, that is not a good look. By 6 p.m. on the, if this were to happen, that's a tornado outbreak. And thank you GS70 Stealth for gifting 5 memberships. If you guys get a membership from GS70 Stealth, make sure you are thanking her in chat. But yeah, I mean, all of those supercells right there, firing right in that hot spot where we're expecting some of our worst kinematics. Decent amount of convective inhibition, though, still around those storms, which is interesting, according to the RFS or the Rufus model. Yeah, a lot of surface inhibition, so a lot of capping. Let's go a little bit further off to the east. That's why it says marginal tor. We have some capping in there and some low lapse rates out in front of those storms. Yeah, you see they die pretty quickly. They do try to form, though. There are some problems with these storms, even though they do look scary. I will admit, kind of freaked out a little bit when I saw them. But looking under the hood, You know, with low level lapse rates being that low and still with such a strong cap inversion in place, those would struggle to mature. But if any of those can mature, that would be our strong tornado threat. And if we can get in the one thing, the Rufus model is also showing some prefrontal storms as far north as like over there into Iowa and Missouri. So I'll have to keep an eye on that as well. Then that cold front surges down south. Yeah, the Rufus doesn't show any of those, you know, late firing supercells back there. It can weaken between now and Friday though. Yeah. I mean, if it weakens anymore, those are going to be a non-problem. But there could be a brief little moment. Let me check over here in Texas, just out in front of these storms in Texas. Yeah. Decent lapse rates. Not as much of a cap there. A little bit weaker wind shear, but still supportive of potentially a tornado threat. There, that would be probably just east of Wichita Falls. And these cells back over here look interesting. Let me look at this. Northern Kansas. Decent profile there. Lapse rates. I mean, that could be tornadic, potentially strong tornadic up there as well, up there in northern Kansas. I got to keep an eye on those storms as well. That would be right around 5 to 6 p.m. when those storms really fire and get going. Let me see what the latest Rufus is saying for tomorrow. Yeah, the Rufus model also has these cells out here firing. A little bit of CINH.
A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for these areas.
Severe thunderstorm warning has been issued. It's over here near McDonald and Berry counties. That's in Illinois there. It's this one here. Looks like they're going to be allowing that one to expire potentially. Yeah, they're allowing this one to expire. That's probably already expired. You want to check back in on this storm just east of Dallas really quick? Yeah, still some pretty strong winds coming into Poetry. I'd keep your eye on that in Terrell, Texas and Poetry, Texas.
A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for these areas.
Severe thunderstorm warning has been issued out over here near Shawneetown, Illinois for 1.25 inch hail. So that's $half sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. If you guys are indoors and away from windows, this is right on the border here of Illinois and Kentucky. Poplar Bluff, Missouri timing. Or when? On Friday or tonight? I don't really see much. Yeah, on Friday. And that cold front might get some storms out in front of the cold front. Poplar Bluff is more in southeastern, right? Tonight. Let me just double check where Poplar Bluff is to make sure I remember correctly. Yeah, you're in southeastern Arkansas. So for tonight, yeah, probably around like 5 a.m. tomorrow. 4 to 5 a.m. tomorrow. That's going to clear out. And then eventually you will see storms again, potentially as we get into around 6 a.m. on Saturday. Or it will be similar caliber storms. Is Carrollton, Texas good tonight? Where's Carrollton again? Carrollton, Tejas. Oops. Back over here. Yeah. I mean, we still have some storms around you guys, but it does look like for the most part that it's clearing out. I don't see any new convection off to the west. So yeah, it looks like you guys are probably entering into the end of your severe weather threat for tonight. I would say the next time you probably see severe storms is probably going to be on Friday, late night on Friday. Thank you so much. Yeah, no problem. Thank you for tuning in. I'm even more scared about tornadoes in Tulsa to Bartlesville area than usual. Even more scared about tornadoes in the Tulsa and Bartlesville area than usual. Why? What's got you all spooked? Ah, you're moving. I got you. Let's see what's going on over here with PA stormed quackers. We're in Springfield, Missouri. Got anybody from Springfield, Missouri in chat?
Oh, I cannot wait to lay my head on a pillow.
Right.
Oh, we got some tired peeps.
I know Papa can't wait either.
Got a new mesoscale analysis saying
Oh, buddy,
damaging
alright.
winds and weak tornadoes are still possible in northern Arkansas going into southeast Missouri. That would also include Poplar Bluff. But storm is pretty weak right now. Why is this still popping up here?
How far down
Severe
are we?
thunderstorm warning.
52 miles.
Storm which prompted this warning expires in 3 minutes. Then it goes away. Interesting.
We can't thank you guys enough.
There are some things that are still triggering the observer mode, and it looks like it's when warnings expire, which is interesting. Our only severe thunderstorm warning that we have right now is this guy over here, which is in southern Illinois, and you know it's not a weak storm technically. You know, $half sized hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. Definitely be enough to ruffle some feathers out there.
A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for these areas.
Got a new update on this storm. Let's see. Looks like they are still keeping it at 60-mile-per-hour winds and $half sized hail. You're scared of Friday too? Yeah. That one, that's the storm I would really be, keeping your eye on. You know, you're not gonna really do yourself any favors being scared, because you're only gonna psych yourself out. And then as we get closer, and then maybe you do get a tornado warning issued, and maybe it really is serious. But you gotta try. It's fine to be scared, just don't panic. You want to prevent yourself from panicking, because that's when you start making ill-advised decisions. Can I do Bonham, Texas? What do you want to know? Don't want your town all messed up. I understand that. I don't think anybody does. Yeah, what do you want to know? Haven Homestead? Let me see if we can get any actual views on any storms right now, like that are actually worth looking at. Oh, shoot. Anybody remember that Texas website? Why is this saying new warning again? I think what's happening is because I switched where I'm getting my warnings from. I didn't tailor it to... No, I did tailor it to the app. No. They say hi. Well, tell them I say hi back. I quack back at him. I totally forgot what that Texas website was. Does anybody remember that Texas website that had the live cameras? A little bit of an update. The severe thunderstorm warning that we're tracking now is north and east of Galconda. Still moving just north of Rosiclare. Probably will come into Rosiclare. See, it did it again. Rosiclare, Illinois. Can I search up Bailey, Texas? Yeah, I know you've asked me that a couple of times now, and I'm being patient, but I've asked you, like, what do you want to know? TX dot, I think it is, but last time I checked, is that those weren't live. Yeah, they're not live. We had someone sent me a link not too long ago that had like the actual live views with these cameras. When you go to just the Texas Department of Transportation, they're like photos. We actually found something that you want to see what the weather is like and what are the possibilities. Okay. Is Durant a private weather cam? I don't know. Is that right? That's Bailey County. Ah, over here. You actually live close to Haley. For tonight, probably some rain and maybe still some thunderstorms yet to come over there near Bailey, Texas. And probably not going to see any, increased severe weather capability until we get into Friday. And you can see these storms. These storms will fire off. Get a lot of storms firing over there near Oklahoma. Those kind of fizzle out. And as we go into Friday, could see some storms nearby you as early as 5 p.m. Those kind of struggle, and then they kind of skip over you, and then that frontal boundary comes crashing down as we come into around 9 a.m. on Saturday. And then that's like the best guarantee, I would say, for some storms. Probably going to be a little bit of a tornado threat, a little bit of a severe weather threat with this. Let me just check some of the dynamics for this for you. I think Levi. Yeah, not a whole lot of lower level shear. Yeah, not really much of a trough backing that up. There is instability down there. So yeah, some severe weather will be possible. Probably a very low end, if not non-existent tornado threat over there. Okay. Full refresh, compared it against alerts. Written by some paths. Same alert could appear multiple times. Okay. Is there anything to worry about in Clarksville, Tennessee? I don't think so. I can double check. Yeah, maybe some thunderstorms as we get into 9 a.m. It really shouldn't have much severe capability, but there is a chance for some thunderstorms. And that kind of clears out, and you're not going to really see much until maybe around 6 p.m. Could get some pop-up thunderstorms nearby you on the 6th. That's Friday. And by the time we get into Saturday, could get a full-blown line of thunderstorms right around 12 p.m. To 3 p.m. around that time frame. With some damaging wind potential. there's a decent amount of instability, but not really seeing much of a tornado threat. Looks like the winds are pretty perpendicular. I mean, pretty not perpendicular, but pretty and this storm looks interesting, huh? Developing like a little hook. No rotation, thankfully. Kind of looks like a supercell. I think it was Drive, Texas. Let me check. Oh, it was. Thank you. Good call. Good call. Let me put that over here. All right. What can we look at in Texas that's actually worth looking at? Yeah, just east of Dallas, near Terrell, Texas. Where's Oak Ridge? Be like right here, maybe. Oh, there we go. We got some lightning. Look interesting from terminal radar. Never say terminal radar in chat until, or never say it again until I have it in weather circle. I'm just kidding. T-rail. Gotcha, gotcha. Oh. Well, hello there. I would say it's a bit of rotation there. Very interesting. Near Quinlan, Texas. Let me check that on the terminal radar over here on WeatherWise. Yeah, broad circulation. Yeah, it's broad. There is some rotation there, though. Definitely worth keeping an eye on that. Not super strong rotation, but this storm is probably severe at this point. Where'd the severe thunderstorm watch go? Did they let that expire? I don't think they did. Oh, it did expire. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on this storm over here near Terrell. Or Terrell. I don't think we'll be able to get a camera there. Till later in its life cycle. You'll have some cameras to the north of this storm near Union Valley. We are getting some decent wind out of this. This is going to be going into Lone Oak, probably close to Wolf City. Let me see where Wolf City is in relation to this storm, if Hannah's still here. This is gonna go south of Wolf City. Never mind. Yes, there is a severe thunderstorm warning up there. Yes. Yes, it should go south of you, Hannah. Those winds are actually pretty decent. You can see that camera down there. You can see that rain going by pretty quick. West Tawaconee, Texas. Loudest lightning ever. Like in existence? Powakani. Gotcha. We got a problem on Discord. Uh-oh. What's going on over in Discord? Let me check it out. Where's the problem? Hey, look at those winds. This is on the north side of the storm. The winds aren't playing. That storm definitely needs a severe thunderstorm warning on it. If this is just what it looks on the northern side of the storm, I can only guess what's happening on the southern side. Yeah, this is the storm we were looking at. We have our camera that is like out over here. And we got broad circulation just to the south of that, heading into Quinlan. Probably the strongest winds of this storm are about to come into Quinlan. Probably got some 60-mile-per-hour winds in there, if I had to guess. There's not even a special weather statement either. There probably is. I don't have special weather statements. No, not any special weather statements on weather-wise either yet. What's the probability of a tornado? For this storm, pretty low, but not impossible. It is gusting out, and sometimes when these storms gust out like this and that cold pool starts to surge, we start to see some rotation on the northern side. Also a little bit of rotation with this storm. They're heading up towards Forney, Texas. Not very strong, but worth keeping an eye on. That storm really shouldn't do anything, though, unless there's some instability to its south. A scammer started posting ads in the Evan cord. We have taken care of it. Someone's account likely got hacked. Nice. You'll probably have to ban them. Whoa. That is crazy how much that looks like a supercell with like zero rotation. It looks like you even got a viewer with this storm. There's like no rotation on this storm whatsoever. Interesting shape. Yeah, I'd have to agree with that one. Ooh, who else is getting tired? I'm starting to get tired. Let's come back over here and monitor our storm. I've been getting some hail on the southern side of this storm now, just to the east of Terrell. Not sure if we'll be able to see it from this cam. Tired of these dang storms? Valid point. You don't know what sleep is? Well, you should probably get familiar with it because it is very essential for your brain to function. Oops. In fact, they say if you don't get enough sleep, you could suffer from a lot of health issues, heart attacks, heart palpitations, anxiety, depression. Got some rain happening over here near Mount Vernon, Missouri. You just want to go to bed? I think you should be able to go to bed, Anna. See, Wolf City's up here. This storm's gonna go south of you. I don't think we're gonna get any more storms form behind this little area here, so you should be okay. You're suffering mentally. Well, you know, it's probably because of lack of sleep. A little bit tighter circulation here and then over here as well. Got two little areas of rotation in this. No debris signature on either one of these guys yet, though, but still worth keeping an eye on. Hello, and welcome back to storm season. Yes, it is officially storm season, folks. And it's gonna be storming and a seasoning. Most of that seasoning, though, will be happening on my steaks. Why did this come over here again? It's still doing the thing. Nothing developing. We do have some rotation back in Texas. This storm is pretty interesting with half-dollar sized hail in southern Illinois, heading just south of Shawneetown. Got a lot of rain happening up there into southeastern Missouri. Some thunderstorms also popping up. And we got this guy down over here. With some broad rotation in some areas of potentially a little bit tighter circulation that we are keeping an eye on. It looks like this is kind of like one of those typical meso lows with a little cold pull surge of, and that cold pull typically surges like you see right here. Looks like a little frontal boundary, doesn't it? Its own little low pressure system, and that's kind of what it is. You get that cold air going down on the south side, some deepening low pressure up here, which causes a little bit of rotation. And sometimes you get these little areas of rotation along that northern side of that gust surge, which is what we're getting. So definitely worth keeping an eye on this storm. They're near West Tawaconee and near Quinlan, Texas. Very frequent lightning with this storm. Yeah, we actually have a view of it from a distance. We don't have like the greatest camera views on this storm, unfortunately. We have no cameras in the direct path of this storm right now. Do have some traffic potentially over here near Clements Drive. Looks like these cameras are not working though. Hawaii is looking nice. Flying there tomorrow for 7 days. Jeez Louise. You are of the money, aren't you? Congrats. You've made it. Once you can fly and stay in Hawaii for 7 days, you know you've made it in life. How about St. Louis? Mainly just thunderstorms over there, mainly to the south of you, and you get some heavier rain, as you are seeing right now. Well, depends on where you live in St. Louis, but definitely a lot of rain coming for St. Louis, and maybe a couple instances of thunder and some lightning. Radar suggests 1-inch hail east of Dallas, Texas. Okay. So we could get a severe thunderstorm warning over there near Texas. Anything near Springfield? We actually have a chaser near the Springfield area. I think this is Scott City back over there. Nothing right now for Springfield, but there are some storms pretty much surrounding you on every side. So, probably going to see some storms at some point tonight, some lightning, some thunder, and some heavy rain. Yeah, help is saying this storm over here, likely southeast of Dallas, heading into Terrell, potentially has 1-inch hail on it, and maybe could use a severe thunderstorm warning. Like this rotation over here is starting to broaden out and weaken a little bit. Saw a huge power flash in Dallas. Probably not a power flash. Likely a thunderbolt. Gotta keep looking out the window for it to hit. Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right there. If you want, if you do take any photos or videos, or if you want to go live, you can come over here to weathercircle.app, where you can go live directly from your phone in this live tab. Or if you catch any photos or videos, you can come over here and post in our public hangout. Did it again. Why does it keep doing that? Do not understand. We got someone live over here. What's going on over here? Monitoring the onset of precipitation. Ooh. Look at this. Some satellite imagery. Cool. Thank you so much. And a deer. We got deer, live deer. This is live out of Pennsylvania. We got live deer. They're munching. Never used this app. Looks cool. Thanks. Yeah, it's really cool. It's basically like if radar was social media. Hey, Jazzy. Are you getting sick and tired of these storms? It looks like this is supposed to expire in about 17 minutes. Hey, thank you, Lorelei, for subscribing. I'm gonna pin that one. Yeah, you can submit your storm reports or storm photos in weathercircle.app. It's really like the only thing you have to pay for on the app, to be honest. Everything else is pretty much free. Other than like observer mode is not free. Some of our model data is not free. That's about it. Everything else is free except for posting videos and photos. You can even go live for free. The only thing that's not free is if someone goes live and charges tokens for it. What the heck? Why? What's going on over here? PA Storm Trackers just went to my stream. Oh, I think we got raided. We just got quacked on. I was like, why is my stream over here? I was like, why is my stream over here? I was like, did I become a storm chaser without my own knowledge? Well, thank you so much, Pennsylvania Storm Trackers. Or Storm Quackers, sorry. Pennsylvania Storm Quackers. For the raid, thank you so much. Welcome in all of the quackers. How y'all doing? Oh, Shooter. Haven't seen you in a while. Says getting quarter-sized hail in Rock Creek, Illinois. What? Huh. Why does it show you in Texas? You sent us to CJ. CJ sent you to the Quackers, and now we're back here. Oh my goodness. It's just been a circle. The circle of live streaming. That's funny. That is funny. That's how we know that you guys are the OGs. You guys always find your way back. We'll be live tomorrow and Friday. Okay. Same here, samesies. I will be live tomorrow and Friday as well. Hopefully I'll stay safe out there. I know you guys are probably excited for severe weather season. Just to let y'all know, we hate tornadoes and severe weather over here. We hate them. What's the name of my weather app? It's weathercircle.app. It's in the link to it is in the pinned comment in chat. Is weathercircle.app. It's we got a little hangout over here where you can post. You can even go live on the app. Heck, if Pennsylvania Stormquackers wanted to go live on this app, they could. I'm sure that would be difficult though, given that it's a completely different way to go live. You can't really multi-stream using this or any other app. So never mind. But yeah, you can go live. You can post over here in the public hangout. It's a pretty cool app. You do have to have Circle Pro in order to post photos and videos. But the good news is it's either $1, $3, $5, $8, or $10 a month. You can choose how much you pay per month. And you get all the features of the app that aren't free, which aren't really, there's more free features than not, to be honest. Is Dallas going to get hit by a big storm? Thank you for the $2 donation, Dusty. Not right now, but potentially you could get another storm going into Friday. Hey, right back at you, PA Storm Quackers. I technically rated you guys today. I technically did. I rated CJ, and then CJ rated you guys, and then you guys rated me. That's funny. I thank you, Alcapro, for becoming a WIMD member. Thank you, thank you. Babyhead, Texas. Yeah, it's getting that time where we're gonna have to start talking about Babyhead, Texas, and educating people on Babyhead, Texas, which we never do, by the way. We always just tell people, do not search what happened in Babyhead, Texas. And then they do it anyways and find out the hard way. It's Babyhead, Texas season. It looks like the storm over here near West Tawakoni is starting to subside. It did have a little bit of rotation earlier today, but now it's more, or earlier tonight, or like 30 minutes ago. But now it's just, and now it's more of just a little wind threat. Okay, Sarah says she's got a question. She's over there in southeastern Missouri. I have dogs outside. Will they get hurt? You're in Cassville, Missouri. Likely not. It's going to be raining. There is a decent amount of lightning with these storms. It's a pretty low chance they get struck because the storm's like not right next to you. I wouldn't let them out there for a really long time, but you can let them out there briefly, and I think they'll be okay. My dog, like when there's this much rain, he'll just go out there by himself. It's so funny. Like most dogs are scared of storms. My dog literally hears thunder and then runs outside. There was one time when we had a tornado warning for our area, and as soon as the siren started going off, Chaz ran outside, which was not good because I had to run outside and get him in my car, and we had to go over to the tornado shelter. And thank you, Dearly Kenzie, for being a member for 14 months, over a year. It's been a long time. You have a bit of a bizarre theory. Well, if there's anywhere where you can share your bizarre theories, it's here. So where'd the hangout go? Oh, there it is. New update on our severe thunderstorm warning. Gallatin, Illinois, Hardin, Illinois. Well, $0.5 size hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. They just made it a little bit smaller. Not sure why that's not coming through on my overlay. I haven't had any overlay sounds in a while. Not sure what's up with that. Might be my new warning system. I have to fix that. Well, hello, Mr. Checkmark. Congrats on your check mark. What if people in the past mistook ghost orbs for ball lightning? And this is how the stories came about? It's not crazy. I would argue that theory is not crazy enough. But I would say interesting theory. I like it. We do have a storm that's going south of Terrell now. We might be able to see. Yeah, we can get deep inside of this storm if these cameras will work. This is the one that's heading towards Terrell. Let's see if we can see anything. Your YouTube is glitching, but that's not my fault. I don't know why you're telling me. The most intense portion of the hail core should be here. We do got some cars slowing down with some hazards on, so there's likely some hail falling with this storm just to the west of Terrell, Texas. You have a Clydesdale named Chaz? Yeah, well, my Chaz will beat your Chaz up in a fight. My Chaz is stronger than your Chaz. I've seen Chaz chase a cow and the cow ran away. I think a Clydesdale would do the same. Hello, Sonia. Damn, look at that wind going across the road. Decent winds with this storm, too. Mackenzie says, have a great night, everybody. Well, thank you, Mackenzie. You have a great night too. Super quiet over here in Bama. Yeah, and it better stay that way. Probably won't though. Oh, and they stay outside. We almost had lightning struck and hit almost behind your home. Oh, well, in that case, you should bring them inside. Sarah. How many miles per hour winds is it going to be in Newburgh, Indiana? When? Tonight? Probably not going to see any mile per hour winds. Nothing too crazy. But as we go into Friday, going into Saturday morning. There we are. Yeah, could get some storms over there. They're not looking too potent. Our latest scans are actually showing a lot of our storms kind of dying apart or falling apart as they come into Indiana. Maybe some storms over there, like south and east of Terre Haute near Bloomington. Thank you, Helen, for the $1. Thank you so much. But just another quick reminder, guys. If you do want to donate to the channel, please do it over on Venmo or Cash App. The link to that is in my description, and also I'm sure one of the mods will post it in a little bit. Tornado. We had a tornado warning not too long ago over here in Oklahoma that has since been allowed to expire, and we've seen really nothing since then. Got lightning lights like nuts. Yeah, best is to be better safe than sorry when it comes to your little puppers. Yeah, the reason why Venmo and Cash App is better for donations just in general is because we get 100% of that money. YouTube takes a cut of the super chats. And I get the money immediately, which I could use right now. You could always use a little bit more money. And thank you, Logan, for subscribing. Thank you so much. I have checked out the Alabama Weather Network. I have. They're doing a pretty good job over there. Yeah, we're looking at this storm over here near Terrell. Let's see if I can get another view of this. Maybe a little bit further south. Oh, look at that. You can actually see the base of the storm. No, it's supposed to rain in your area almost all week. Yeah, it's gonna be rainy for a lot of folks. Hatch risk for Friday is still SIG 1, which means a conditional strong day, but that might get upgraded tomorrow in some areas. We'll see. Well, not a conditional strong day, but SIG 1 means intensity, so not like a certain level of strength. We'll see where that ends up going. I have a feeling we'll have a strong tornado threat tomorrow for EF2s. And potentially they might upgrade an area to maybe a SIG 2 to where EF3s might be possible. I don't think if we do get storms firing in the warm sector, I don't think we can rule out an EF3 tornado. It's a season you'll be seeing my face a lot more. Yes, you will be. This is the season that we are usually live the most. That and hurricane season. Winter, we kind of take a break. I kind of just golf most of winter when it's warm enough. This is the storm we're looking at, though, here in our camera. See, now that should be given an alert. There it is.
A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for these areas.
Let's see. They're still saying the same stuff. They should be expiring, though, in a minute. Unless they reissue it. Don't like how tomorrow looks. Yeah, tomorrow looks interesting. Yeah. Would I ever work somewhere like Alabama Weather Network? Absolutely. I don't think I would like work there full time, but if they asked me to make appearances, I totally would. But they haven't hit me up. They keep on hitting up Max and Ryan, but they never give me a call. I did go on their podcast, James Spann's podcast once. That was fun. Where I was invited to their little conference and then got uninvited. James Spann is the GOAT. Yeah, he is. Love James Spann. He's the guy that definitely convinced me to really get into weather. Like I was already into weather, but he like really got me into it. Watching him during 2011, that was when I was like, okay, yeah, I want to do this like for life-saving purposes. Let me see what this camera looks like. The storm has like technically a hook, you could call it, I guess, but it's not really a hook. Looking northwest. There's a lot of light pollution out here. We should be able to see the storm pretty well. Do such an awesome job and don't put people into panic. Yep, that's why we're here. Just gonna be that we make some jokes. It's not all boring.
A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for these areas.
Oh wow, looks like our tornado warnings, our severe thunderstorm warnings have all expired. Which is great news. All we got is a winter storm warning. We had a blizzard warning earlier. Yeah, we still have a blizzard warning in Alaska. How do I feel about Friday? I'm definitely not looking forward to that day. It does look like, does look like it'd be a pretty potent day if everything lines up correctly. There's a couple of failure modes. Potentially too low lapse rates. Potentially too much of a capping inversion. So there are some failure modes. It's not guaranteed, but if a storm can mature in that environment, it could be very potent. I do think we will see tornadoes on Friday, whether it's QLCS type tornado or something else. I move this here. There we go. Hey, thank you, Tornado Alley, for becoming a WIMD member. Welcome in. Hopefully all is well. Gonna get off of here. Have a great night. You too. You too. Yeah, I think I'll probably get off as well. Not a whole lot to talk about right now. And it is getting late. So I'm probably gonna get off here, folks. I do appreciate y'all coming in. One thing I do want to let you guys know, I get a lot of questions in chat. And unfortunately, I don't have the time to answer them as much as I'd want to. But we do have a feature over here in Weather Circle. Let me see if I can find it. It is called Forecast for Me. You can get a personal live forecast from me over on Weather Circle, and it's live. I forget how much it costs. I think it's like either 10. Yeah, I think it's $10 for a 15-minute forecast. There is that option. If I'm not live and you're like just jonesing for a forecast and you need one while I'm on my off hours, that option is always there on Weather Circle, and it's live too, and you can chat in there and everything. But all right, everybody, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I do appreciate all of you guys so much. I don't think we have anybody to raid since we've already raided everybody. But yeah, huge shout out to the mods and to you guys as well. You guys have been extremely generous today, and I do appreciate that. But yeah, tomorrow we'll see what ends up happening. Storm should get started by around 4 or 5 p.m. It's probably around when I'll go live. I'm planning to go live an hour before the storm, just to look at the environment out there. Sarah says good night. Good night. Yeah, y'all have a good rest of your night. Shouldn't be too crazy for the rest of the night. Most of these storms should be on their dying breaths. And if you're bored, you can go over here at Weather Circle and also watch Cove Gap TV, where we saw some deer earlier. But you're gonna need tokens for that. Yeah, thank you everybody so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.